Neighbors in North Omaha are concerned about an abandoned apartment complex that's been left wide open.
City officials say the building is part of development to put in more affordable housing near North 30th Street. But as 6 News' Johan Marin reports, lack of funding stopped the project.
John and Aaron, neighbors in North Omaha, have mixed emotions about the developments, specifically with the Stephen Homes East building right here. They say it's becoming an eyesore.
It's an uncomfortable situation because people are there, they're not supposed to be there. They live and camp near that area as well. There has been some violence, fights.
Sandra Austin's house is just across from the abandoned homes. She's lived here for 11 years, and during that time, she's never seen a building become so unkempt.
Horrible sitting there.
The vacant complex is a part of the former West and East Spencer homes. The city planned to remove both buildings a year ago to make space for new affordable housing near North 30th Street. The west side was demolished, and there's construction to build new homes. But budget issues didn't let developers tear down the east side. And after hearing from neighbors about the problem, 6 News reached out to the city.
Omaha Housing Authority has been notified. They are making headway to get that issue resolved as quickly as possible. City Council should be looking at a resolution to offset the cost that will be involved in getting that completely fixed.
Council members are expected to discuss that resolution in their meeting on Tuesday. Once it's approved, officials hope to start demolishing the building as early as January and continue housing developments for this area.
These new structures will definitely bring about a sense of hope to the area.
Sandra Austin is cautiously optimistic about the project and hopes the city will keep a better eye on the property.
I'm absolutely thrilled with what's going on around us because it's bringing new generations, new people, new families, and it's bringing us all together.
On your side, I'm Johan Marin, 6 News.
City officials hope to get the Spencer Homes East building completely removed by March. As for the West building, they'll be working on picking a new name for the homes, and they're asking for the community's input at a forum on Saturday. That information is on our website, WOWT.com.